Welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that. I'm Joe.
And I am Calvin.
And welcome back to We Like That podcast.
Because we like that.
Ding, 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 ding. It's so late.
Thank you for tuning back in, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, gosh.
That happened with Joe.
Yes. Have you heard about the Houston Rodeo?
No.
So, I don't know why, but people are trying to make Houston a spring break destination. They gave up on South Carolina. They gave up on Florida. They gave up on Savannah. They're going to Houston.
Because police and stuff, and it's not the same.
For Florida, yeah. South Carolina?
Same thing. There's a lot of robins and stuff. Myrtle Beach is not the safest place.
Interestantes. Savannah? They're going all the way to Texas.
Same thing. Savannah's not the safest place.
So I got a coworker.
But then again, I don't know.
I got a coworker from Houston, and she said there's nothing down there for them. Houston is not a spring break area. And when you see the videos of them, they're literally chilling at like Chili's and gas stations.
They're also trying to start their own thing. They don't want to live off the backs of all the places we used to have a party at.
So they got in a lot of trouble in Houston because people don't know how to act. There's something about this new generation of peoples. Maybe the pandemic, they don't know how to act outside. They be doing the craziest stuff. This trickled on down to the Houston Rodeo.
Like what?
Apparently, they were trying to make it like a Freaknik situation. But people were fully fucking outside. Like they were just going in outside. So just a lot of lewd and lascivious activities. At the gas station, like I said. Like they don't have places to go. So this trickled on down to the Houston Rodeo. A bunch of people got ready to go to Houston Rodeo. Again, Houston is known for the rodeo. Is it a big world draw kind of rodeo? No. But people wanted to make it that. And apparently they weren't dressed appropriately because most people don't realize the rodeo is for families and not for just adults. So now the Houston Rodeo has put out a dress check, like what's appropriate and what's not appropriate, what you can and cannot wear, or you'll get turned away from the Houston Rodeo. And people had a lot to say about it.
Whatever. This generation, you're not going to redo or reenact Freaknik. It was once in a lifetime thing. You had to be there to be there. You're not going to put your spin on and make it better. You're not.
I feel like the lesson they didn't take away was that Freaknik ended badly. Freaknik didn't end well. It ended terribly.
It ended terribly because of the city.
And the people.
Mainly the city.
And the people.
The city.
And the people.
The city tried to box in the people into a certain area, which then made the people
We watched that documentary.
Revolt.
Less and less locals were going to Freaknik. It was more and more people not from the area going there, acting a donkey.
Because you couldn't go nowhere. You couldn't do anything. That's why.
So that's why rape was happening? That's why assault was happening?
Yes.
Not a bunch of outsiders who thought they could do whatever they want to do in this place? And it wouldn't go back home?
It's everything, Javon. It's everything. The city, the people. The city made it worse by trying to funnel people to a certain area and not allowing people just to have a place to congregate and have fun. That's why you saw the interstate shut down. So it was a combination of a lot of stuff. That's what I'm saying. It was a combination of a lot of stuff. People, the city, everything.
We'll agree and disagree. Your biggest takeaway is that the city was too involved, and my biggest complaint was all of the sexual assault that was happening. So anyway.
Whatever, you weren't there, so.
But you were. Anyway, doesn't matter. Anyhow. But the point is, they're trying to make it happen in Houston. They're trying to have like their own wild time in Houston. Now, why you would want to get buck in Texas? I don't know. I don't know why you didn't think nothing would happen if you were trying to do all this in Texas. And it, like you said, it's not the 90s no more. Just because you act crazy in that city doesn't mean that it's only going to stay in that city.
I don't know. I think people get a misrepresentational idea of what it used to be.
I don't even know necessarily they're trying to repeat used to be.
I think they're trying to outdo it.
I don't even know.
I don't. You're right. Who knows?
To me, it gives a bunch of kids who haven't been outside, like preacher kids. You got somebody who's coming from not being able to do a whole lot, and then all of a sudden they feel like they got this freedom, and they go crazy. That's what it feels like to me.
Okay.
They're just like, yeah, let's take it to the extremes.
Yeah.
And Houston was like, no.
Yeah, because they're trying to do the most to get the most views and most clicks.
It's very crazy.
Yeah.
And people were renting U-Hauls because they were running out of rental cars. So they were just renting U-Haul vans and loading people in and going.
Sure.
What they wanted. It's what they wanted to do. So, okay. So that was happening. Have you been seeing the trend of hashtag I miss my Uncle Joe?
No.
So hashtag I miss my Uncle Joe is referring to Joe Biden. With the events that have happened very recently, there's been a lot of interviews of people talking to people who voted for Trump and asking them like, oh, okay, so how do you feel about all these new policies? How do you feel about, these changes in prices? Apparently, they're finally reaching their glass ceiling on a lot of this. Some people are not a fan of his decisions on action in Iran. They're not a fan of the gas pricing. They're not a fan of the uptick in ICE taking away a lot of their laborers. So it's created this trend, hashtag I miss my Uncle Joe, of people who voted for Trump more than once, twice, 3 times, being like, this is not what I voted for. It should be hashtag this is not what I voted for, but that's not what they're using. They're like, it's at the point where now I kind of miss my Uncle Joe. Some people are like, I have no sympathy for you. Like, I don't have anything nice to say to you. You did this. Other people are like, well, how long are you going to remember this for? You're going to remember this for midterms when that comes up and how that's going to go. Also, have you seen,
I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
You see the micropenis comment?
No.
She used to be a Fox News lady. Somebody from the House of Representatives was going at her. And they were just like, basically like questioning her intelligence. So she hit back, well, at least I don't have a micropenis.
What's her name?
And everybody was like, huh?
Megyn Kelly.
Megyn Kelly?
Megyn Kelly.
Very interesting times. Very, very interesting times there.
Sure.
Additionally, the EJ situation, EJ Johnson. EJ Johnson, in case you don't know, is Magic Johnson's daughter. No, son. He's not transgendered.
Daughter.
He's very femme presenting.
She said it right.
Magic Johnson's children have had a very interesting situation. His daughter got into adult film. His son, they had a reality show about like rich kids, and his son and his daughter were both on it. His younger daughter. And then very recently, EJ has gone through quite the body transformation. EJ is very, very tall.
Like I said, when you have money, you don't have any sense.
Okay, well, so EJ is very, very tall and now has the means to be skinny. So he's really leaned into presenting femininely. Haircut, outfits, nails, makeup, all of it done. He was talking to a podcaster and he was explaining how he doesn't really have much community in the gay community because they don't mess with him. There is an ongoing stigma of no femmes, no fats, no Asians amongst queer men. And EJ was talking about that and said that what he does excel at is picking up straight men, going to straight bars and clubs and picking up straight men. And then made the comment that he's the hottest girl out there, hotter than more biological women, and it set the internet ablaze.
Because he's messing with gay men,
DL, which is so much more dangerous.
bisexual, gay, same thing.
DL is down low. So these are people who
Same
won't
thing.
admit that they're gay or bisexual.
They're bisexual.
Okay, but they don't admit it, which makes it a lot more
I don't care
dangerous.
what you admit. If you taking penis or kissing penis and you're a man, you're bi or gay.
Okay, but the issue is that DL community is so inherently dangerous. A lot of people get murdered for messing with people in the DL community. So it's brought a lot of perspective and discussion around it. Some people are like, screw EJ, he's talking out of his butt, blah, 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 blah.
Same thing I said, screw him. Why do we care?
I was listening to one perspective. This one girl was pointing out that, like, the people that EJ is referring to and the people that he keeps around him, it's not your everyday guy.
Exactly.
EJ's not going to park.
Exactly.
He's going to, like,
yes.
very rich areas.
Yes. I don't understand why she's correct.
Okay, no one said she wasn't. I don't know why you want to pick a fight with me already. But the point that she made was just like, there's a lot of confusion on his end. There's a lot of confusion on everybody else's end. But he's also really double dipping into a very dangerous territory of, like, known people with affluent wealth and access and power, basically doing whatever they want to do with no regard to, like, morals or ethics of anything.
Yes.
So it's not so much that EJ is taking your everyday guy out of the bar. EJ is messing around with people who actually hold tangible power, and that's really dangerous.
And that doesn't mean these people want to be ousted neither.
Correct.
So do what you do.
It's very interesting.
When we hear Magic don't own no more Starbucks and Magic's starting to lose money, you know why.
Well, he had those theaters.
I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all.
What? So, moving on.
As a woman, how do you feel about what he said?
I didn't take it any kind of way. I knew it was for attention. I knew it was for the clicks. So I didn't take it personally or in any fashion.
Is he taking your men's?
I doubt it. Is he hotter than me? Probably, though. Is that your answer?
Yes.
I don't know what that means. Also, you're bisexual?
If that's what you feel, sure.
You didn't say he wasn't.
I didn't say he wasn't.
You didn't say he wasn't more attractive than me. You said,
I didn't say anything because I didn't know it was a question for me to answer.
You said, you gave a sound like you're unsure, undecided.
No, I just made a sound.
Sure.
You making it sound like just because I do things don't mean there's anything behind them.
That doesn't make sense, Calvin.
It makes a whole lot of sense. 9 times out of 10, I just do things to do them.
That doesn't make sense.
Doesn't have anything behind them or whatever.
That doesn't make sense.
It does.
If somebody's supposed to be judged on their actions and you say that you don't put any thoughts into your actions,
Nope.
that doesn't make sense.
Sure.
Okay. Anyway, moving on. Let's do a nice little round of verses.
Exactly.
Queens, Michael Jackson versus Janet Jackson. Let's go.
Well, no matter what plays after that, it's not going to win. That's definitely an L for Janet. Come on, come on, come on. How many songs?
I thought it was done.
Did they sample that song? For that song?
She's out of my life. Come back to me. I'm begging you, please. Come. 'Cause this is dinner night, and no one's gonna save you.
Okay, I think that was it.
Thank God.
There was categories. They actually put little categories above everything. All right, so the first one was signature music video. That's Remember the Time from 1992. That's Michael Jackson. And that is versus Miss You Much, 1989.
Is
Janet
Remember
Jackson.
the Time? It's not even close.
For music video?
Yeah.
Because that's the context. This is like best music
It's
video.
Remember the Time. It's not even close.
Okay,
The stars that were in Remember the Time.
hear me out about Miss You Much.
Try.
Okay. At the time of 1989, the video that Janet pushed out as a single solo female artist hadn't been done before. She really broke a barrier with the uniformity, the storytelling, and choosing black and white for the music video. All of it led to the storytelling for this particular music video. Not to detract from Remember the Time, not to detract from it at all, because it's also cinematic. But for me, it will be Miss You Much.
All I got to do is say Iman, Eddie Murphy. That's it.
Iman.
Yeah.
Imani?
Whatever. Iman, Imani, whatever. Eddie Murphy. That's it. Remember the Time. It's not even close.
So you don't remember anybody else who's in that video?
Magic Johnson. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Best Dance Anthem.
Exactly.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, 1979. That is Michael Jackson. And that is versus All Right, 1990, with Janet Jackson.
I prefer Don't Stop Till You Get Enough, but All Right probably will win that.
As Best Dance Video?
Yeah. All Right is probably a better dance video.
Okay.
It's iconic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Best Dance Anthem, not dance video. Dance Anthem. So it's not even necessarily to do with the video.
Then Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
I'm going to say All Right.
I don't understand the concept.
If they chose a different dance anthem for him, yes.
If it's about the video
It's not about the video.
and the dance, then the choreography, then it's all right with me.
So dance anthem for me is something that you play and everybody's like immediately feels inspired to start moving.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
If you're going to put this in like a cardio class, All Right's going to be the better song. The tempo, the speed, a lot of it's much faster.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough.
Okay. 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 So then we got best storytelling. That's the context. Best storytelling. Billie Jean, 1983. I don't know why they chose that particular song. Versus Control, 1986.
Billie Jean.
I agree. Because Control, as far as storytelling, that's not the best song for her to choose.
Control was her pretty much taking control of her life from Papa Joe.
That's true. Okay, we also have Timeless Track. So this
Billie
is
Jean was about a hoe trying to put a baby on Michael Jackson.
apparently that's not what it was about at all.
Sure it wasn't.
All of it was euphemism,
Yeah.
apparently. Billie Jean is supposed to be about Diana Ross.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
But for all we know, it's about a bitch trying to paint a baby on Michael.
A bitch?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
A bitch named Billie Jean.
Wow.
He didn't love her.
Anyway, back to the Timeless Track. So, Timeless Track, you got Rock With You, 1980. And that is versus That's the Way Love Goes, 1993.
Rock With You.
That's the Way Love Goes.
Rock With You, not even close.
As timeless for him, I feel like there's a better song than Rock With You.
No.
For Timeless?
That's the song that introduced him to the world as a male R&B soloist.
Not the 1979 song.
No. That song.
Don't Stop Till You Get Enough wasn't the song.
No. Rock With You was the song.
If we're doing Timeless, I'm thinking Bad. I'm thinking something off of that album.
Wow.
Timeless?
Next song. Because we're not gonna agree. So next songs.
Classic 80s song. PYT, 1983. That's Michael Jackson off of his Thriller album. Versus When I Think of You, 1986, Janet Jackson. Best 80s song.
PYT. It's probably Janet's gonna win, but PYT for me.
Then how is Janet? It's between the two of us. How's Janet going to win?
Everybody else might pick that Janet song.
Oh my God.
Over PYT. That's what I'm saying. But for me, it's PYT.
Again, if we were talking timeless, I feel like PYT is a timeless song. I feel like that would work.
Now it is. At that time, no.
They're not talking about at that time. They're talking about timeless period.
Okay.
My argument was that Michael has better timeless songs than the one they chose.
Oh, yeah. I think Janet has better songs than the ones they chose, too.
Okay. Anywho.
But they could have put Billie Jean there. They could have put Thriller there.
To me, I feel like When I Think of You makes you think 1986. PYT, for me, I feel like it could be any time period. It doesn't necessarily have to just be 86 or in the 80s.
Okay.
For me.
Okay.
So then we've got 90s classic, You Are Not Alone, the R. Kelly Extraordinaire song, 1995. And that's versus again, 1993. Now, why they chose these two songs for the 90s, I don't know. But
I'm going to say this. In the 90s, You Are Not Alone. But for now, it's a Janet Jackson song.
But for now. Oh, like if we were in the 90s.
It was a Michael
What was
Jackson
the titular 90s song? Would have been You Are Not Alone.
Yeah. Not even close.
Again, I have many emotions about again. This is the song that I would be crying, sliding down the wall to.
You would be crying sliding down to a song of every song.
I love Again. That song, it just seemed to really encapsulate a lot of my emotions.
You
at the
were a
time.
very emotional child.
I was a very emotional child.
Don't know why, but very emotional.
I had a lot of emotions. Okay. I had a lot of maladaptive daydreaming. I did. Okay. So 2000s classic, You Rock My World, 2001 from Michael Jackson. And that is versus All For You. Came out the same year, 2001 from Janet.
Whatever. You Rock My World.
Okay. I understand that. For me, it is All For You. That's the song that we were all going to do a dance to for talent shows, for air bands. Did you guys have air bands in high school?
No.
Okay.
Our parents loved us.
Okay.
They gave us real instruments.
We learned the dance moves to this song. So for me, it's All For You. So then that is compared to the People's Choice. I call them fan favorites. The Lady in My Life, 1982. Versus Funny How Time Flies. I never knew that song was called The Lady in My Life.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Tie.
I don't. No, I'll agree, Ty. I don't know how to choose between those two.
Sounds like Lady in My Life. It sounds like they used that sample for Funny How Time Flies. The transition was way too smooth.
But then it switches to that da 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 da, which is LL Cool J.
Yeah. LL he sampled that song.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, I think Janet sampled that for her song too. It sounds like it. That's all I'm saying.
It came out before her song came out before his. So how did she sample it?
Okay.
Okay.
You learn things.
Okay. They just have a similar cadence, though. I'll give you that. Most emotional ballad. She's Out of My Life.
She's Out of My Life.
Came out 1980 versus Come Back to Me 1990. I agree with you. It is. It is. She's Out of My Life.
If I had a song that would roll down the walls crying over some hoe, that'd be the song.
They should have made Again the most emotional ballad, because Come Back to Me, while a good song, is not as emotional. but she's out of my life. So many people have covered it. Okay, they call it a royalty round. So this is their biggest hits. Thriller,
Thriller. Not even
1984
close. Thriller.
versus Rhythm Nation, 1989.
Thriller.
I'm gonna say tie.
Thriller.
I'm gonna say tie.
It's not even close.
Thriller
It's not
was
even
insane.
close.
Rhythm Nation also insane. Again, this 1989 album that she had,
Thriller.
it broke so many barriers for female artists.
Thriller is the reason Rhythm Nation is playing on MTV.
I don't know how that equates to that.
That's how much barriers that song broke.
Okay.
They literally played that during the regular TV.
But why do you think that they weren't going to play Janet's music without it?
They weren't playing black music at the time.
Okay.
And two, they played that video on regular TV. Not cable, regular TV.
He made it a movie. Thriller it had its own VHS tape.
That's what I'm saying. That's why. It's Thriller.
He made it cinematic.
That's why. That's why it's Thriller.
Real puppeteers. He got Vince, what's his face, to be the voiceover. He went huge.
Okay, then it's Thriller.
He went huge.
Then it's Thriller.
I'm still saying tie because Rhythm Nation again really broke a lot of barriers for female artists.
Okay.
Broke a lot.
I know you're a feminist. We get it.
But people have taken inspiration from it over and over and over and over and over.
Okay.
You're a hater. Anyway, that's it.
I guess.
So basically, we're forever going to be at odds. Mine were mostly Janet. Yours was mostly Michael. Surprise to no one. Moving on.
That happened with Joe. Skeety bop, bop, bop. What do you want to do now?
Did you bring up anything about the Manosphere?
No. Do you want to talk about 90 days, say Manosphere for last?
Sure. Even though we usually do Worth the Watch first. Well, we can make it 90 days.
Because that's going to, the Manosphere, I think, is going to take way much more time.
Okay, go for it.
So 90 days before the 90 days, as you all know, Love during lockup is over. We're waiting for Love. Love during lockup is over. Now we're waiting for Love after lockup.
Mm-hmm. That's not coming out till April.
Should start in April sometime. So 90 Day Fiance before 90 days. Start with Rick and Trish. So Trish is trying to stop Rick from jumping off the highest mountain or plateau in Madagascar because she just made a comment that there's a restaurant where they were walking, the place they were walking around, she's like, there's a restaurant here that I really love. And my ex took me there.
Mm-hmm.
But she still really loves the place. And Rick couldn't handle that. So he's about to try to sacrifice himself off one of the mountains in Madagascar because she said that.
Rick is too busy trying to project all his guilt onto her to notice anything.
So now he's spiraling for no reason whatsoever.
No, there's a reason.
But you know what I'm saying.
Not a reason she gave him, but he's got a reason.
Exactly. She said it better than I can. That's, yeah. So she finally talks him off the ledge. He's calm. They go to her place of where she's born. Now.
They go to her place of where she's born.
Yeah. She goes
her
to
hometown,
her
maybe?
hometown where she was born. Same thing. Okay, she lives in Madagascar.
Yes. Which, if you don't know, is an island off of Africa.
And it's not known for anything luxurious.
It's known for nature.
That's it. So you shouldn't expect
4 seasons.
anything extravagant or great in the local area.
I wouldn't say great, but yeah.
I'm just saying, you shouldn't expect that much.
You shouldn't expect high civilization because it's
Thank you.
very much nature. It's very much woods and living with the earth.
I'm getting stuffed up again.
Stand up.
So, should we get to her hometown? They get off the street and they have to walk maybe a mile or two, give or take, to her actual house.
Mm-hmm.
Old man is complaining because his old knees are giving out because it's a far of a walk. They get there. She introduced him to all his family members. I guess city people are not used to having that much family around. I guess. Because he acting like every time he said, "Oh, this another person comes up," "Oh, another person comes up," or another sister comes up. He's like, "How big is her family?" I'm like, "Well, just the size of every other family, I guess, give or take. Cousins and all that stuff, uncles, aunties, all that stuff." So he meets everybody. The dad takes him around, shows him the place, shows him the shower where they shower at. It's literally just a tin around a bunch of bottles and tin cans with water in it that they just pour in themselves to take showers. He's like, "Oh God," whatever, whatever. Then they show him the bathroom, which is just a built a shack with a hole in it.
It's an outhouse.
It's pretty much an outhouse. And he's like, and then he shows him the tissue that they use to wipe their bum. He's like, "This is actual magazine paper." He's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh God." He overreacts. So Trish is like, "I'm embarrassed because the way he overreacted," which I don't know what he expected to see at that point. You're already walking a mile off the area you're walking through should have told you what you was getting ready to
You didn't
speed
see a
in.
paved street yet. So
There were 10.
So
There were 10. It was 10 everything. It was just 10.
she said, "We don't have running water." I feel like that should have clued you in. That should have made you prepared.
So they get in the living room. He shows them what they're going to be the guest room. It's just a floor.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it is. Then they take him to the living room, and everyone is pretty much squatting down, sitting. You know, old people, their bones start to get tight and start to hurt after a couple of minutes. So he's sitting there, and pretty much her family's around, and they're pretty much asking him questions. And first giving him the blessing so he can walk around with her. Because since they're not married, technically she can't walk around with him in their culture. But her dad gave the blessing so he can walk around with her because he has that blessing. That's a totally different blessing from blessing them as a couple and being together. That's a separate blessing. So he does a blessing. He takes like some little tree leaves, and that throws the water at him. Rick acts crazy again because he didn't expect it or whatever. So then they start asking him questions about what is his plans with Trish and all that stuff. They ask him his age, and her dad is like, "You're my age. That's crazy. I think she's a little too old for her." And also asking, their main thing is, "Do you want to have kids?" And he's telling him pretty much not right now, but he'll address it back if he decides to get married with Trish. How do you think her parents or her dad took that?
Terribly. He does not like him.
So for the most part, no one really likes Rick.
He comes off as a scammer. They're very suspicious. She also doesn't have a good history of former boyfriends as well. So they're like, he's my age. He doesn't want kids. He has 5 kids already. And you know how important it is for you to have kids? I'm confused. Why are we here? What's happening?
Because in the Madagascar culture, family is everything.
Not to mention, he's been
Children is
borderline
everything.
rude throughout this entire visit so far.
That too. And that's pretty much Rick and Trish. Don't know why they're still together, but it is what it is. No Eviva and Stig. Lisa and Daniel's son.
Why do you call him Danielson?
I don't know. Lisa finally tells Daniel that she is still engaged. Or still married. He flips out about that. They get back to the hotel. They sleep in separate rooms. She's like, I still have to tell him something else. So Daniel's pretty much upset. He said he has to call his uncle to get a blessing because he has to tell him the truth so he doesn't be disowned or whatever. She's like, can you hold off on telling him that because I planned a trip for us to go. And I would like for you to wait until we go there and have some alone time. Then you can tell him whatever. Daniel finally says yes, and they go to the little resort. They get to the resort. Apparently, she's definitely afraid of spiders, but not really.
She never gets out of the pathway of him trying to get rid of the spider. She just stays in front of him the whole time, yell at him not to throw it at her. And he's like, he's also past caring at this point because she lied to him and he's like, ugh.
Yes.
How could a white woman lie to me? So
the ancestors are laughing jovially now. But it said, we got one more for you. So,
she tries to make it a happy day before she gives him the more rest of that information.
So they go out, they hang out, they do some stuff on the resort.
Is it a resort?
Yes. That's what it say it is. So they go on the beach, they light some fires, they do some
Sound like you said the beach lit on fire.
Cultural dances. Then she finally tells him that
By the way,
not only was I married for 21 years prior to you, but I was married to a woman.
I was married to several women.
Daniel literally looks like one of them Niglet dolls.
Disgusted.
He turns into a Niglet doll.
Shocked and disgusted.
Literally. And he's like, get away from me.
He's like, what do you mean, you devil? What do you mean?
Literally. And he's like, it's over. I have to come clean with my uncle.
What did you think of her explanation of how she sees people that she's romantically invested in?
That's what every cheater says.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
They say I'm not gay, I'm not straight. I like people for people. I don't know any cheaters that are saying
That's
that.
what cheater says. I just like women for women. That's all.
That's not what she said. She said
same thing.
For her, she
Same
doesn't
thing.
identify as a lesbian. She doesn't identify as gay. Or straight. She just identifies as somebody who likes people as people, is what she says.
Sure.
Sure, indeed. I think a part of that is true. The rest of it, what's happening? So, but Daniel's disgusted. He takes his ring off and plucks it into her palm like it's a bomb.
Literally. And so we'll see what happens when they go see his uncle. It's not going to be good.
What?
And the ancestor will finally get the last laugh.
I want to know why he's still like, okay, well, let me make sure with my uncle. Like what? You know it's a wrap for you. I'm confused.
Because he's trying to get to America by any means necessary.
I guess.
And that's Daniel and whatever her face is.
Lisa, I want to say.
Lisa and Daniel. Moving on to Elise and Joshua. So Elise finally arrives in Australia.
She's changing in the car because they're trying to hit the Derby.
She changed the car. They hit the Derby. They have a couple of drinks. They go back to.
They don't make it to the Derby. Derby goes off without them. They went to the after party at the bar.
So they go to the after party, have a couple of drinks, go back to the rental
that he's sharing with his friend Josh.
They get in the room and there's a picture of his friend Josh.
Wait, what's his name, Chris?
It's a picture of a friend, Josh's friend. It doesn't say.
Elise and who?
Joshua.
Yeah, so it's Chris. His friend's name is Chris.
So it's a picture of Chris right over the bedroom in his room for some strange reason.
Well, it's a rental.
So
it's not really his room.
She's like, why is there a picture of Chris in here? He's like, I don't know.
Okay, I got my questions though. Why? One, it's a rental. They're not really living out of there. They got it for a lease. And he had to split the cost with his friend Chris. Two, his friend Chris had the frame of mind to bring a framed portrait of himself to post in his friend's room as a gag. That's a lot of stuff.
No, that's what they do.
Who's they? I've hung around many an American white. I've never seen this particular behavior.
Yes.
An Australian white, I can't speak for.
They always do some borderline gay stuff.
It's very bizarre.
No, it's not. That's just what it is.
It's very bizarre to me.
I don't know why, but
to me, it gave vibes that like Chris wanted to like finesse his way in there just a little bit. I wouldn't put it past Chris to hook up with one of Josh's girlfriends. You know what I mean? Like that's how it felt to me.
Whatever. I don't think it had nothing to do with none of that. I think it's just
I don't know.
Him trying to be funny.
I don't know.
Whatever.
But at least he's upset.
So we wake up the next. She pretty much gets half naked, calls.
She makes a very big spiel about how she was to take it slow because she always dives in sex first. But she makes sure to wear the most revealing bedtime clothes she could think of to call him in and to get his like read on the situation. And then we find out that she got sick. Like she was coughing and couldn't really settle, and he just like helped her throughout the night.
And pretty much that was the bar all he needed to cross before she falls madly in love with him.
She was already madly in love with him.
So he brings her toast and coffee. She doesn't like the toast. They get dressed to go to the
It
beach.
has Vegemite on it. I don't blame him.
They go to the beach, have a good time. They come back to the place. They take a shower together, make out. They get on the couch. He starts to give her a sensu massage.
With oils.
And then Chris walks in.
She's topless, by the way. So she's just got on her bathing suit bottoms. And they are in the shared living space. They're in the living room. And immediately Chris starts laughing. He doesn't make any rushes to leave the area. He makes sure to get a good look and linger before he's finally like, okay, let me leave. And Josh is like, yeah, maybe we should have this in the bedroom.
So she's pissed again. But they end up sleeping together anyway.
Wait, they have sex that night?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because she said it was like missionary and whatever.
So they then get dressed to meet Chris's friends.
Josh's friends.
I'm sorry, Josh's friends at a bar.
Josh has also unveiled that he's living with one of his friends.
Josh finally unveils that he's living with one of his female friends.
Yes.
And Elise is now trying to figure out why can't she take it. It's something, whatever. So they get there, and the friend pretty much tells her, yeah, he's staying there for free. And when I was going through my stuff, he was there for me emotionally or whatever.
She said it very weird, though. She said it weird. She was like, I needed comfort, and he was there to provide that comfort. It's like, okay.
So now Elise's mind is running 1,000,000 times a minute.
Well, Elisa's taking it from her own experience. And she's like, I've never been able to just be friends with a guy. That's never worked out. We've ended up hooking up. Something was coming down the pike. It was never just a friendship. But this lady and I guess the other lady next to her, they're trying to really sell like, no, it's just friendship for us. Like, it's not anything more. And to their credit, I think they're being truthful. I think it literally was. He just was spending time on the couch and not doing anything.
So now Elisa's upset, and now she has a lot to think about. Because there's no way a woman is letting this guy sitting on their couch for free, not doing anything.
I do agree with you that she directed her anger in the wrong place. It was on Josh to be truthful, and he wasn't. He wasn't truthful. And then when she's talking to that lady about how it got to where it got to, like how did they get to a point where he was there? We could hear everything. How he started staying with his friend. The explanation also didn't sound great either. It sounded very like vague and open. Like, okay, yes, just friendship. Yes,
Sound like you need to pick better dudes. That's what
I
sounds
agree.
Like. That's Josh and Elise. Sheena and Forrest and Sheena. So Forrest say, screw you, mom. I'm moving on with my life with my wife or my girlfriend or my fiance.
No, wife. Yeah, I'm making her my wife.
So they're still dealing with that. They decide to go and see a lawyer about K-1 visas.
For America.
From America. The lawyer tells them straight up, you're brokey. So there's no need for you to file
You said
for
K-1 visa for America? No.
No.
But you staying here in the Philippines? Yeah.
Just because you get a check does not mean you can support her.
Just because you get a check doesn't mean it's income. You can't claim disability income as like your employment income because it's not the same thing. It's also something that goes away when you get married, which is really why you can't claim it as an income.
So then he says, but you can possibly stay in the Philippines. That'd be easier.
There's no fees associated with him staying in the Philippines. But to me, this put a direct light on like why they were getting so mad at Sheena for not saving up. They wanted Sheena to save up money for her own K-1 visa. But she can't petition for herself. So was he going to turn around and claim her money as his income?
Sounds about right.
Which is insane. And when the lawyer broaches the subject of just having him be in the Philippines and gain a citizen, because he really doesn't have to do much to just be a resident in the Philippines. And he doesn't even have to give up his American citizenship. He could just be a permanent resident in the Philippines. And it's a lot less strenuous paperwork and fees. And Sheena's like, yeah, we could do that. I make enough money to support both of us, which she does as a veterinarian. Her family is well off. He could live it up in the Philippines with her. But he's like, no, I can't leave my mom. I can't be away from them. Even though that's what they wanted her to do. They wanted her to give all that up.
And Sheena's like, but you want me to give all that up, but you can't give it all up.
So she is crying, and he's like, I'm so sorry that, I kind of threw all this at you. Break up with him. break up with him.
And that's what relieves Sheena
And Forrest.
Emma. So Zaid is done. Emma calls a friend or a lover. I don't know which one she wants to be.
She never said she was a lover. She said she was a friend.
So,
but she ends up calling a lover too.
So they talk, and she's like, this always happens. I'm sorry for you. You need to come back.
The friend says this.
But then she tells friend, I have something else to tell you.
Who's she? You gotta say some names. They're just running all the people together.
Emma's like, I have something else to tell you. Emma tells her friend that I also contacted Muhammad,
which is her ex-fiance, who
and
she said did her dirty.
Trying to get back with me.
He's not.
Yes, he is.
Trying to get back with her?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's what she says.
That's what she said, but that wasn't what was happening. Because then why would they meet up for lunch? She's literally setting up for a confessional with the producers. And he's like, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a man?
She's like, no.
And she's like, let's meet up for lunch somewhere. She tells him that. So where in there is him trying to get back with her?
He asks her if she has a man and all that stuff. She says no.
That doesn't mean that he wants to get back with her.
I'm just telling you what she thinks is about to happen. So she pretty much is getting ready to hook up with Muhammad. So
allegedly, she's been talking to Muhammad this whole time. This is why Ziad got mad at her.
So seems like Ziad was right about everything.
Yeah, she's a liar.
So,
which is crazy because her friend is in full tears for her, being like, you keep getting hurt, and it's just really hurting me that you keep getting hurt. And it's like she's doing the harm herself. I'm confused.
And that's Emma.
Emma also does this thing that's really annoying to me, where she talks about how many years she was in a relationship with Muhammad, and how like just because they're broken up doesn't mean all those feelings go away. Yes, it does. It does mean that you broke up. What am I missing?
I guess you use all your emotions when you were a kid, huh?
If you break up with somebody, okay, well, it never made sense to me why you would break up with somebody and then get back together. That really never made sense to me. I would think that you broke up, there was a reason for the breakup, and that's why we're breaking up. Not this in between, maybe kind of sort of gray area ridiculousness. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. And this idea that because you put so much time in, somehow means that you have this like
you got
currency you got to burn through. Makes no sense to me.
I want to get a return on my receipt.
Which makes no sense. But anyway, that's me. I'm confused.
Yes, it is you. Moving on to Javon and Annalyn.
First of all, he does all Javons a disservice. So do not compare other Javons to this Javon.
It just seems like
misnomer.
This Javon seems like every other Javon I know.
Misnomer. And it's spelled wrong.
Bullheaded.
And it's spelled wrong. So he's apparently full red pill. He is all Manosphere, is what I'm discovering. And it's confirmed by Annalyn being like, you watching a lot of those videos. I don't know why you think you big and bad right now. I don't understand what's happening. What's going on? I need Annalyn to divorce him. I need her to drop him like a bad habit. But instead, she's doing the Catholic thing of like, well, I've already committed. I can't let this go sour. Let me stick it out.
So it seems like he's pretty much the feel like he doesn't get the respect or the submissiveness that he deserves from her. She talks back too much. She has a lot of sass in her mouth. And he can't control that. And he doesn't like it.
He's an asshole. I don't understand. I don't understand a lot of his logic for this. He's brought up how much he pays for her. Again, he didn't want her to work. So how it was his decision to put all this money out there. What are you talking about? He made the comment that she lives in the lap of luxury because she owns her home. It's straight cement. It's wall-to-wall cement. What? And then he's like, because I do those things, I need her to come at me more soft. She needs to be more soft and more docile like she used to be. Me and Annalyn are rolling our eyes at this point.
She needs to be more respectful. That's all.
He doesn't know what that means. He uses that term, but he doesn't know what it means.
I agree with you. He doesn't know what it means.
I think he wants more control. He says it. When I say to do something, I need you to do it. He tells her that.
All that's respect. All that's respect.
It's control. All of that is control. He feels like I'm head of house. You do what I say. I don't get questioned.
He thinks control is respect.
It's not. So I don't understand. And he's constantly flummoxed that she has any kind of emotions whatsoever. So when she's like, I don't feel the same way about this. Can we talk about it? He's like, I'm done. You want too much. You want me to do so many things. What? She wants you to treat her like a person, and that's terrible? Okay. Break up with him.
Mind you, she hasn't asked him to do anything. All she asked him, hey, pick up your stuff.
And he was like, you're saying it to me wrong. You need to say it softer. And I agreed with her. If it didn't matter how she said it, he wasn't going to do it. So anyway. So into who's.
So they kiss and made up, so it doesn't matter. Javon and Annalyn.
That's it. That's it. That's all the couples count.
And Laura and Burkhan. Saved them for last.
I forgot about him.
No, I saved them for last. Laura decided to bring her ghoul friend to Turkey.
She didn't decide that. He decided that. She said okay. She didn't run it past Burkhan at all.
And Burkhan's like, you disrespect me.
He wasn't wrong.
You don't care about relationship. Now, I have issue with relationship.
He wasn't wrong that she disrespected him. She didn't run it past him at all. She drops it on him the day before that her friend's going to show up at their rental the next day. Knowing they've already had fights about this dude already, knowing how he feels about him. And she's just like, no, he's a very caring friend. And he wants to make sure I'm okay. Girl, okay. Burkhan says everything that we're thinking out loud. So he's like, he just wants to fuck you. He wants to break up our relationship.
I don't think Michael wants to have sex with her.
I think Michael wants to prove that he could.
I think it's like you said, he just don't want nobody else to have her.
I think Michael wants it out there that he could. He doesn't necessarily want to follow through on it, but he wants it out there that he could. That he's the better one.
Okay. But I also think it's more like what you said earlier when we was watching the episode. He doesn't want her to be with anybody else.
All of that is the same thing. He wants to continue to gain the benefit of her adoration without putting any work in, which he's been able to do this whole time. She's had a crush on this man for ages, it sounds like.
I don't know if she had a crush.
I know.
I think, so you think it was a crush?
Definitely.
I think it was.
I think they've had that conversation of us being a couple more than once.
Oh, okay. I took it as, I'm being around this guy so long and so often. We're both single. We both know everything about each other. We spend every waking day
Rewind
together.
it to when they were talking about their friendship. She said they met on a blind date.
I completely missed that part.
She said the way that their friendship started was they were paired up on a blind date, but it was more friendly than it was romantic, and they stayed friends. She's wanted it to be more romantic. They have a lot in common.
Okay.
But he never wanted to take it there. And before her trip with Burkhan, she goes one more time. Do you think this could be anything? And that's when he was crying in her living room saying that he didn't know the answer to that right now. And she said one more time, which means that they've had this conversation multiple times.
Correct. Okay.
But this is the first time she's actually moving on. Like, she's moving into a different relationship.
So, Michael, aka Ghoulface, calls what's her face, Laura, and tells her, "Hey, my hotel ain't ready. So
Suspicious.
Can I come over there and kick it with you guys for a little bit?" She goes, "Sure." Still didn't tell Burkhan. Didn't consult him or anything. So he's like, whatever. So Michael gets there. She gets the door, lets him in, gives
Hugs
him a hug,
for a long time.
and then introduces Burkhan. Burkhan looks at him.
Doesn't get up.
Burkhan, have you ever watched any Bruce Lee movies?
Yeah.
When Bruce Lee gets annoyed with somebody and he walks over to them slowly,
Uh-huh.
and then he shakes their hands,
Mm-hmm.
and then he walks off slowly like he's the bigger dude, like he's about to karate kick the shit out of them. So Burkhan does that, sits back down. Michael goes, "Okay." So they sit down. I guess she went to get Michael a drink or something.
She left to the other room entirely.
So Michael's sitting there. So Burkhan ignoring him. So Michael's like, "So
You like this movie?
he like, yes, I like violence.
He's like, I love Scarface.
Yes, I like
And it's the beat that got me. Because Michael's staring at him in disbelief. Because Michael has a big scar on his face.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious. And then he goes, what do you like about Scarface? He's like, I like mafia movies. I like violence. And he goes, in film? And Burkhan goes, no.
all the time.
He doesn't even say all the time. He just says no.
I just like violence.
Just lets it hang in the air.
No, I just
like
violence. Okay.
And Michael literally says, well, good golly. Like he's Ned Flanders.
Good golly, Miss Molly.
Like
Show
he's
love
Ned
the bone.
Flanders. He's over here talking about violence. I honestly think at this point, me and Laura have more in common.
And that's where we leave it at. And that's 90 Day before the 90 days.
There is a teaser, though. They did the teaser trailer. What did you think of Michael dropping the bomb that Laura made a pass at him to Burkhan?
Burkhan's going to kick her in the back of her neck.
I do want to know how Laura's going to react to all this. Because Burkhan said he's here to blow up our relationship.
That's what she wanted in her novel.
I agree. She wanted this weird love triangle. She did.
So she's getting what she wants.
And she admits that she likes the attention she's getting from Michael right now because it makes her feel like he wants to take care of her. And I'm like, I don't know if that's what that means. But sure. Love triangles are overrated. I don't know why you want to romanticize it or you see it as a positive. It's not. It's exhaustive and damaging.
What love triangle were you in?
Oh, I was it was 2 girls, 1 guy situation. 2 girls had crush on the same guy situation. It's exhaustive.
Sure.
And then if you think you win, you think you get the guy, you don't really win. Anyway, it's a whole thing. Anyway.
The end.
That's it. You know how we haven't seen? The nurse and the singer.
What nurse and singer?
The guy from Belize.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The singer from Belize, the black guy with the white girl. Her aunt came on the date with them. He cheats nonstop.
You talking about Vivi?
Her name's not Vivi.
Stig?
Stig. Is his name Stig?
Yeah. That's the
I
dude.
know him as the singer from Belize. He says he's the number 2 artist.
Jamaican dude?
He's not Jamaican. They're from Belize.
Whatever, the Jamaican singer dude?
He's not Jamaican.
The dude that sings whatever type of music, reggae music, the reggae singer.
He says it's not reggae.
Whatever. They weren't on. They weren't on this episode. These 2 episodes. They're on next week.
She's like, she's like, my period hasn't started. Girl, you dumb as hell. Anyway. Okay. I guess that's it. So.
Yeah.
Okay, anywho. On to our worth the watch. I made Calvin watch the Louis Theroux Inside the Manosphere doc. That's on Netflix. And it was enlightening. It was gross. And it was enlightening. So in that doc, as a quick summary, basically he interviews some of the bigger names in the red pill manosphere of influencers. He meets up with this guy named Harrison Sullivan, who's known as HS Tiki Taki. Never heard of this man before this documentary, but he's huge in Britain. He's got a huge following out that way. Myron Gaines, whose real name is Amarufa Footle, who is from Fresh and Fit podcast. I was familiar with him. And Sneeko, aka Nicholas Candibalantazi, who also is a big influencer in this same little area. Oh, and also Justin Waller. That was a guy from New Orleans?
Yes.
All of these guys have had a lot of their content banned on main platforms. So they've had to do things elsewhere, like through, what do they call it? Is it teleport? Telegraph, whatever. Kickstarter, like they're on a bunch of other platforms, but they have huge audiences. They have huge audiences that tap in to their rhetoric, and a lot of their rhetoric is absolutely insane. Let's see, what do they mostly talk about? Have you ever heard of any of these dudes?
Sure. Yeah. I didn't pay none of them any attention.
Okay.
But yeah.
Okay, so they mostly see modern society as biased against men due to feminism. Their key beliefs include opposition to feminism, promotion of male self-improvement, and sometimes misogyny, which then leads itself to anti-Semitic behaviors and commentary, racist commentary, misogynistic commentary. So,
I don't listen to these guys, or nor have I ever have to listen to any guy like this, because I don't have a problem talking to women or picking up women. So I don't need to be in that echo chamber.
I feel like it's very purposeful that the age groups we saw talking with these guys were all around the same age.
They
They were teens into
Yes.
their early 20s.
Yes.
I didn't see nobody who was like 40, 50 up talking to these guys.
I understand why women vaginas are dry.
Oh, God.
And women are so celibate now. I get it. I understand it. Makes sense.
Women aren't celibate now, but they're not getting married like they used to.
I can see why women are way more celibate now.
They're not celibate now.
Yeah, they are.
No,
Some
they're
of the
not.
women I see and hear on different things saying how they keep keeping themselves from marriage and all this stuff, and how men don't know how to talk to women and all that stuff. I get it now. I understand. I apologize. I didn't know how hard it was and how jacked up the game was. I didn't know.
Again, as somebody in my 40s, as a woman watching this, I fail to understand the value that they're gleaning from these influencers. Like, especially that HST Taki guy. He's all over the place. He talks about money in terms of like marketing and trading in that venue. He also posts pictures of girls who do adult content. So they're OnlyFans and different things like that. Fans only, all of that stuff. And then at the same time, he's super misogynistic to them about doing that work. Mind you, he owns a company that manages them, and he posts their content on his own stuff. And he also does sex work. He posts up content of him being with these girls, getting head from these girls on a regular basis. But it's also like, nah, I would never do that. I would never do that at all. A lot of them live in like this denial hypocrisy area. Well, they know if they say the most outlandish thing, it's gonna garner attention. And they figured out how to keep the momentum of that. They don't care what the ethics or morals are to that. But at the same time, they really care about how people perceive them. They really, really care how people perceive them.
My takeaway is all these dudes are hurt dudes that never got help. Period. Somebody somewhere destroyed them.
What did you think of the doc taking the turn of showing how all of these guys come from like a single family home where their mom raised them?
That's nothing to do with nothing.
I agree. I don't think it's got anything to do with anything. But they were trying to posit this theory of like how they didn't have a strong male figure in the household and how that could have led to them searching for a male figure elsewhere. And with the internet being what the internet is, they came across this like extreme version of it and created their whole lives around it.
I think it's a bunch of people who can't take the word no and think that women. I think it's a bunch of dudes who couldn't get females until they got a certain status. And now they feel as though they got to shit on every other female now.
I feel like it's more than just females. Females are a huge component of it for sure because they all talk bad about them.
Honestly, I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
But I feel like the bigger component is that they want to show, like how that Justin Waller dude was talking about how you have to proceed. You have to show that you're valuable to other men. Like that commentary.
Also, there's a lot of homosexuality in this thing. To me. A lot.
Which is confusing because they're all homophobic. So it's real confusing.
Like the SSK dude.
SSK dude? Who's that?
Whatever that dude.
HS Tiki Taki?
Sure. He literally has a mini-me following around.
He does.
The whole
Dresses
time.
just like him. The whole nine. He shaved his head. The mini-me shaved his head. At the hip. At the hip.
So.
But that was the other thing. So like HS Tiki Taki, for example, he talks about how good his mom is. And according to him, his mom is the antithesis to everything that he is spouting. She is for women's equality, women's rights. Like she is not homophobic. She's the exact opposite of him. But he only makes the exception her. Everybody else is dumb. Except for her.
I think these dudes found a way to get attention and garner attention. And
yeah.
No other way. And this is the way to make money, to be controversial in the space that they're in, to stand out. So they're just doing what they got to do.
But it's more than they just doing what they got to do. You know what I mean? Like they enjoy it. It's more than them just going through the motions. They enjoy what they're doing.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, that's what a lot of it is. And they're hurt.
But I think it also became very apparent, like you said, there's a lot of anguish in there too. Like they're clearly doing this to prove something to someone. Who is this person that they are trying to prove this to?
The one woman that don't want them.
I guess.
And never wanted them. Never cared to want them. Didn't care.
To me, what it really brought a light to, for me, was that they honestly have no idea what they're talking about. They just know how to make waves. They know how to get people talking about them, and they don't care what the ethical, moral cost is to do that. They know the deeper they dive into that negativity, into that harmful rhetoric, the more clicks they get, the more views they get. Like HS Tiki Taki talks about how, for him, this is all for him to make money. He doesn't care how it lands. He knows if he pushes his content out there, people are going to interact with it and he's going to get paid. It does not matter. The other thing that really blew my mind was that the pulse of the Manosphere is honestly to trap other men. It's not to help them. It's not to make them better. It's to trap them into paying them. Like to me, it was very interesting.
Ding, 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 ding. That's all it is.
It was very, very interesting.
It's just one big Ponzi scheme.
They all have pyramid schemes. They all have classes or courses or memberships or subscriptions you can buy.
I have to keep you stupid so you can think you still need me.
They show HS Tiki Taki's trade group. He has like a e-trade group where if you donate a certain amount of money, he'll give you tips and tricks of how to grow that money. But the reality is he doesn't have any of those. So you're literally losing money. And he's making money on the back end. If you happen to make money, he gets a cut of it. If you lose that money, you're losing that money to him. He gets money either way. As a scammer, interesting take. Interesting take. So that, and then the whole conversation that Justin Waller has with Louis Theroux, with those two guys. there's two young guys that recognize Justin Waller, and they talk about how big of an influence he is to them. And like his whole thing is get up, make these moves. Don't think about your depression. Don't think about any of your emotional anguish. Nut up and make some money is what he tells them.
He's not telling you what moves to make or how to make the moves. Just make moves.
Which is so crazy.
Now you got dudes sitting on the beach working out, homeless every day.
He says, unlike women who, according to them, have it easy, because a woman, as long as they're beautiful or seen as beautiful, they can get on to yachts. They can live the high life. But no man is going to invite these other guys to do
Now,
that.
in order for a woman to do that, someone has to allow that to happen.
Someone is like, yo, you want to be on this boat with me? You want me to pay for your lifestyle? There's a guy who's doing anyway.
So we're not going to blame the guy that's doing it.
According to him,
It's the woman's beauty that made the fault.
but it's also shared. Like Fresh and Fit, he talks about how like women have an edge, essentially, because we have titties and a vagina. We have assets that men don't have, and I'm like, that's not how that works. Anywho,
Whose fault is it that they put more value in titties and assets? Is that the woman's fault?
who set the precedent? Correct.
Exactly.
That's right. It's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. And I think my absolute favorite part of this is the fact that that Fresh and Fit guy was trying so hard to control the narrative. His girlfriend ends up breaking up with him. Cracked me up. And according to articles, allegedly after this, she initially didn't want to be in the documentary at all. She was like trying to petition to get herself cut out of it. But now she actually thanks Louis Theroux because now she's in therapy and she's got a whole new boyfriend. She's trying to live her best life right now. The hypocrisy of it all is what really confused me. Of them saying one thing but actually believing something else. That and all of these guys really thought they were getting one up on Louis Theroux. They were like, yeah, I'm going to let him film me. I'm going to let him think he's getting the get on me. But I'm really going to use him for content. I'm really going to be the one that's outthinking him. And that did not happen.
Sure.
There's been a very interesting fallout since the documentary for a lot of them. So there's that.
What's the fallout?
HS Tiki Taki has had a lot of events pulled that he was attached to because of the documentary. Again, this is not stuff that he hid. He was doing this very publicly, but because now there's more of a narrative that's not positive around it. People are like, ooh, this is going to affect money. And they're starting to pull away from that. The guy, Sneeko, the Filipino guy who was out there doing his best Trump supporter, he's now turned on that. He's no longer a huge Trump supporter. He's saying that a lot of the stuff that he said previously, he really no longer upholds. I don't know if that's a combination of his religion that he's really engaged with now since he became a Muslim. Maturity, what? I don't know. Meds, I don't know. But he's slowly but surely becoming like a softer voice. He's not as hard-lined as he had been. That's not the same for Justin Waller or Fresh and Fit, but there's that. Justin Waller was very interesting. He spent so much time being like, just because I have this doesn't mean this. Just because I'm showing you this doesn't mean this. I'm fully aware of yagas. Oh, and allegedly he's not really worth $30 million, as he told Louis Theroux.
All right. I know.
He's still rich, but he's just not 30 million rich.
I know. If you got to tell somebody every 5 minutes, then you're not that.
Did he give Try Hard to you?
They all give try hard.
I agree.
It's like I said. That's why I love growing up the way I grew up. I was told the word no 10 times before 10 a.m.
I feel like they also were told the word no. But they also figured out there's an avenue where they can complain about hearing the word no. And that's what they took.
And so I just think they're a bunch of hurt dudes that were severely hurt and wounded. Instead of doing the work they needed to do to make themselves better or to heal, they just took their pain out on
Everybody else,
everybody else.
the world.
Yeah. And they just lucked up and got a following by doing it.
Well, clearly there's other people that resonated with it. You know what I mean? Like there's a huge following of people that also were like, yeah, me too. I hate this.
Because people are so trapped in the matrix of technology. A lot of these,
It is interesting to me that it's a lot of young people.
because all they know is technology. That's
It's
all
very
they
interesting
know.
to me.
That's all they know.
It's very, very
They
interesting
can't
to
do
me.
anything without technology. If you know how much people would be lost in the world if if all the phones just died.
Yeah.
You know how much people would not be able to call anybody if all the phones died and then just pay phones just popped up.
I guess, yes, technology is a big part of it, but I feel like this hate is not new.
No, but what I'm saying to you is it's all because now they can congregate and find each other.
Faster.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if the phone went out, people won't be able to get nowhere because nobody have money or cash on them to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
They don't have another phone to do anything. They can't. If their phone went out, that's it.
That's what I'm saying. So I think they never learned how to live without technology.
But I feel like it's a half truth to say that technology is the blame for all of this. I feel like this has been, like the documentary said, it's always been on the fringe. It's just more at the forefront with technology.
Because I think people think technology is we got to a point where people think technology is supposed to think for them and do everything for them. They don't have to do anything but exist.
Okay, but these are also young kids. You know what I mean? Like these are children.
Once again, I think it's kind of our faults too because we so quick to put technology in front of them because we don't want to deal with them a lot of times. So like, for instance, if your child starts crying.
It sounds like you're saying the reason that these guys have the followings that they have is just because of technology.
I think it's big. They have ability to talk and get people to congregate to listen to them, but also technology amplifies their reach.
Amplifies their reach, but I feel like there's still a core issue that's not addressed as to why it resonates so much with these younger kids.
Because these kids they never got to live without technology. They don't know. They never got to.
I feel like technology is the reason for the accessibility, for sure. Technology is a big reason for the accessibility that they have to these particular influencers. But I guess what my question is, what is the emotional component that these kids feel
That's the thing.
is being expressed with these
They're
influencers?
emotionally attached to technology. We were able to at least get emotionally attached to each other. Then a technology kind of came up with us.
We had misogynists without the technology.
And what I'm saying to you, technology gave them a place to congregate in big ass groups.
Okay, but there's still an underlying reason while they're using the technology for them to resonate with all of this.
And I'm saying to you is because kids nowadays, we don't have that. I think technology, and I think now people don't talk to each other face to face no more.
So socializing.
Yeah, so I think socializing is a technology and socializing. I think is the two big reasons why.
Uh-huh. You actually might have something on the socializing. Have you seen he's all over my Instagram. There's a dude who pranks kids. He pranks like young guys. They're on I don't even know what it's called. Have you ever seen those videos where like they're talking to a random stranger and then it'll click and it'll be a new stranger? He's on one of those things. And he's talking to this young guy, and he's like, hey, so where are you from? And the guy's like, oh, I'm from here. And he goes, I don't care. And he'll duck under. And then the next clip that comes up is a girl. It'll be a young girl who's like, hi, how are you doing? And the guys are usually like, they don't know what to do. This one particular kid is just like, where's the guy I was talking to? And she's like, oh, that was my uncle. He just, he ducked away for a few. He'll be right back. So how are you doing? And he's like, you're not the person I was talking to. And she's like, yeah, I know. It was my uncle. That's who you're talking to. And then another girl pops up. And she's like, how are you doing? And he goes, where the fuck did you come from? Like, aggressive. He's already mad. And they're like, oh, we're just wasting time until my uncle gets back. So, how are you doing? And he's like, I already said He said, I already said I wasn't talking to you. Why the fuck would you ask me the same question again? Like, he gets real aggressive and real snappish and real angry. And then the uncle shows back up again. He goes, man, you are crumbling. You are folding right now. Are you okay? And the kid blocks that out. But his reaction apparently is very common. Well, like, if they're talking to another male, it's a little calmer. But as soon as it's like another female, instant irritation.
Because they don't know how to talk to the other opposite sex.
I do want to know why it's immediate anger. Why is it immediately contentious? That part doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Because they're uncomfortable with talking to the opposite sex when they don't expect it.
I guess.
But I think it's social skills. We were able to socialize and be raised up with technology. So we know how it is before technology to socialize with each other. A lot of these kids don't know anything about socializing with each other other than through technology.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is. Then on top of that, you already being taught that women are this, women are that.
The underlying thought that women have it better than men is a very interesting concept for me, who's been taught the opposite my entire life.
It's because
It's very interesting that they're like, they have all of these advantages. What are men supposed to have? I'm like, what are you talking about? What you mean? What?
I don't know. It's stupid.
Advantages to who?
I don't. It's stupid.
It's very interesting.
We're both in this world struggling together.
It's very
What's the point?
interesting. They're like, women, I don't think women know what they want. Okay.
No,
All
women
right.
know what they want. They just don't want you. That's the issue.
I know women, and because I know women, I could speak for them. Oh,
Women know what they
Oh,
want. They just
okay.
don't want you. That's what it is.
that's crazy. All right, cool.
And that's the conundrum. Why she don't want me?
But the other thing is, they have other women that come on that agree with them and support this commentary.
It's because they're trying to get to the same level they get to too.
The way the doc presents it is that these women aren't really listening to what these guys have to say. They just want the clout that comes with it for their content. So it's like a content per content type of a thing. 9 times out of 10, these women are adult content creators. They're working on OnlyFans, they're working on other places. So they're catering to an audience that they've already got a foothold in, essentially. And in terms of like content for content, that makes sense. But at the same time, they're constantly being belittled. They're constantly being humiliated. And they're just like, it's whatever.
Those
As long as
women
I make
care.
money. And it's
They're
like,
trying to
okay.
they're just trying to make money. They don't care. They're there for the content.
There's got to be better ways. Anyway, but still, yeah.
You're talking about you're talking about people who don't just show whatever they can on the internet. They don't
Selling
care.
pussy is as old as time. People have been making new lives for themselves selling pussy forever. I don't think you have to go this particular route to do it.
Well, they think it's
I think there's another way to do this.
no. They want the fame too.
I don't even think they want infamy. They don't want fame. They want to be infamous.
They want the influence.
But I guess because they're not influencing other women, they're influencing men within this manosphere.
That's what they're trying to get. Because men will spend money.
Within manosphere, though, do you know who makes the biggest money? Transgendered women. They make the biggest money.
And that's why I say the manosphere is a bunch of gays.
There
That's
is
why
a
I say that.
subsection of the manosphere that hate women so much they will only date men. They will only date femme-presenting men.
And that's why I say you got to be a little bit of gay to be in a manosphere. Have to.
It's very Roman of them.
You
I'm
have
just
to.
saying.
You have to.
If we want to go back into like ancient Rome times, that was a similar thinking of like women being so beneath us. We have to marry men to make this work. Sparta, huge
I'm like-
proponent of that.
I can't be in a room full of dudes. I can't.
It's very interesting. It's a bunch of dudes who are sad.
I can't.
It's
I
a
get-
bunch of dudes who are sad.
And
Do you
it's-
know how many people in the manosphere take their own lives?
And
An alarming amount.
And it's not because I don't feel like I have the bravado, this and that. I just don't feel comfortable with a bunch of dudes.
But it's
around.
but also like their audiences, a lot of them are prone to taking their own lives. Like it's not uncommon. It's so sad.
I'm comfortable in a room full of females. Way more comfortable.
He said, I don't need all of that. That's crazy.
I don't. It's just that's where I'm at in my life.
But I guess I'm still in awe that it's been able to be sustained for as long as it has. I definitely thought this Manosphere thing would have faded by now.
No, because they talk to each other less and less, and now it's starting to isolate into corners.
If there's a new administration and we change out who is currently in power,
No,
do you think that would change anything?
no, because that was there before they got there. We just didn't.
But
pay
it
any
helped to
attention.
get louder. It helped it to get louder.
We just didn't pay attention to it.
Uh-huh.
That's all it was.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
It's very interesting to me. It's very, very, very interesting to me. So yeah, that was the Manosphere. I mean, I recommend it. It wasn't a super long watch. If you wanted to get any kind of insight into like this whole red pill terminology, which also cracks me up because they base it on The Matrix, which was originally written by a black woman and then adapted by 2 trans women. So that's hysterical that they really put a lot of investment of being a man into this. It's very interesting. But yeah, it was a quick watch. I liked it. It wasn't bad. Anything else you've been watching?
Nope.
Are you at all interested in watching Age of whatever, the dating show where there's huge age gaps between people?
Sure. Didn't we watch it?
No, we did not watch it at all.
Didn't we watch one where
We watched the mom one, Date My Stepmom or Date My Mom,
Okay.
where they were all single moms and then their sons were on the show and they were dating each other's sons.
Okay.
We watched that one.
I know we watched something similar to that.
This is Nick Viall and his wife's show. In case you don't know who Nick Viall is, he was a former bachelor from the ABC. He made a lot of waves during his season because he didn't really end up with anybody. And then he came to prominence because he married somebody who's like 27 years younger than him. It's really gross, which is thus the Age show that they created. They were talking about how like people have a lot of comments about people who have age gaps, but you can really make a relationship work with an age gap.
Good for them.
There's allegedly 2 contestants in here. One is 60 and one is 23. And they're going to try to make it work.
Sure. If you want to watch it, we can watch it. Knock yourself out.
Watch a bunch of old men try to get these young girls. I'm in. Let's watch it. Allegedly, there's also women, but I'm very, very interested to know how that's going to work. But yeah. Now that you're older,
I don't care.
how old is too old?
I'm never going to be out dating again, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, say you have a friend, Clint,
I don't care.
and he says, I'm dating a 23-year-old. Are you like, okay?
I don't care.
You're not like,
No, I don't care.
questions.
I don't care. Do what you do. I don't have to. It doesn't matter what I think. Do what you do.
Okay.
But don't get mad at me if it don't go right.
The older I get, the more I understand why people have reactions that they have when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, there's like 27-year difference." I feel like when you're younger, dating older, it's not a big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal to you. But when you're older and they're dating younger, you're like, "Okay, why?"
But if I'm old, I would try to date some young. It is what it is.
I don't know what that means.
I'm not dating somebody either my age or lower than me
Why?
because I can.
I'm confused.
You do what you can. So if I can, I'm gonna date somebody younger.
I wonder if that's just a guy thing, because it's not seen as taboo when it's a lady that does it. Like for a guy dating younger, while people have their comments, they're like expected. But if it's a woman dating younger, they're like, ugh,
I don't know why women care.
cradle robbing.
I thought women stopped caring what people think. So why care? It's your life. If you're happy and you love it, then go for it.
I guess now that I'm getting older, I don't understand. So it's a conversation in my workplace a lot. There's older women that are out of their first marriages. They're back in the dating scene and they're like, it's just extremely, especially out in the DC area, it's extremely difficult to meet somebody who's your age, maybe a little bit older, because they all want to date people in their 20s. And you're like, okay, great. Like, you're past the age of like wanting a quote unquote provider, but they're like, I want somebody I have something in common with. And I don't really have anything in common with people who are like 20 years my junior.
I don't know what to tell you.
Why would you date younger?
Because I can.
Why? Is that a game? Is there value in you dating younger?
No, because I can. If I can do it, I'll do it.
Uh-huh.
If I can't, so be it. Find your niche.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Find your niche.
Yeah. If you can only get Rupert with a heart condition and heart medication, so be it.
Uh-huh.
But if you get Adonis, and Adonis wants to be with you, take Adonis. If you're a female.
Mhm.
Do what you can. That's it.
Okay.
There's no deep thought into it.
Uh-huh.
But Stella got her groove back. Stella wasn't looking for no young dude.
So you're saying you'd be perfectly fine if one of your older aunts was now with a 20-something-year-old.
I'd make fun of her. I wouldn't care.
So you would still provide criticism?
Yes, I'm cracking jokes
You're hilarious.
all the time.
You're hysterical.
I did it with my sister.
Uh-huh.
I'm cracking jokes
Uh-huh.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But if that's what you want to do what you do.
Mm-hmm. So if your Aunt Pamela was like, he's 24.
I'm making jokes. Don't invite me to Thanksgiving because it's gonna be a rough one.
Why is it gonna be rough? You said you don't care. You said you don't care.
I'm gonna be telling jokes.
You said you don't care.
I don't care, but I'm gonna have fun.
You're so crazy. So crazy. But anyway, yeah. So that's a show I'm thinking about watching. And I caught up on Ghosts. Any other shows you're watching?
Nope. Got caught up on One Piece. That's about it.
Caught up? You were behind on One Piece?
Well, I mean, caught up. I watched it again and finish.
Chopper's Arc?
Yeah, finish some parts that I kind of missed, didn't pay attention to.
Uh-huh.
Just to see what I missed.
So sad.
I also probably watch it again just to make sure. But other than that, no. It's nothing really until I'm trying to look at HBO to find stuff, but it's like you start watching something like The Single Life.
Uh-huh.
Watching it, I'm like, ugh. And once I get the ick feel, I'm like, I'm done. So until something comes like, I'll watch this.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I got. Do you have a departing lyric for us? We listened to all that Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson.
She's out of my life.
What's the rest of that?
Damn indecisions, cursed pride. I take my lever locked deep inside, but it cuts like a knife.
That's pretty good. All right.
Thank you for listening to We Like That podcast.
So we like that.
Go ahead and click that subscribe button. You know you want to. And rate us 5 stars. I'm Javon.
I'm Calvin,
Later, people.
and we're out.